Okay, here we go.
All right, guys, what's going on? Episode 2 of the Hard Stuff with Caleb and Bailey. We got a little special liquor we're gonna dive into right away here. Caleb will kind of explain it. Then we're gonna probably talk sports first today. Then we'll be talking a little bit of games near the end. So, Caleb, what did you bring in today?
I got us the Rock specialty, the Teremana tequila, which, as you know, I've been trying to get a hold of for a while. Finally did this summer. Took a little bit to get to Canada. We're going to tie this in a little bit. I'm going to show you the Rock's new song today. It's a lot of the Rock and the Teremana. We're going to see how it goes. I have high hopes for your reaction on this liquor.
Yeah, I don't. I don't think I've ever had tequila just to drink. It's always been a tequila to black out kind of thing. So this will be really raw for me. We're gonna give it an honest rating. We'll pour probably a good glass here, and we'll see how it is. It might just go down like a shot if it's awful.
Exactly. I'm giving you a little heads up. I think it's gonna taste a little bit like our whiskey last time. It'll be a little bit woody.
Interesting.
But
okay.
I enjoy sipping on it. I can't drink this one at all. I don't know. It's tough to say. We're gonna dive into it though. We'll get the pour going.
Yeah, enough messing around. Get it on it. Ooh, there we go. A little pop from the bottle. So first impression, it's kind of it looks like simple syrup. Honestly, it's kind of clear. Got some floaties or something. I hope that's safe. Maybe that's just coming off the ice. I don't know. Oh God. Okay, that's the rest of the bottle, I guess. That's all right. Clearly you do like it. The thing was damn near empty when you brought it in. So, Rock Teremana tequila, 40%, at least in Canada. I'm not sure if it differs. Yeah, I don't know anything about this. I'm reading the bottle here, and none of this makes any sense to me. So
I want to see your first reactions off the smell, though.
Is it bad?
It's a little potent, but it's drinks smoother than it smells.
It smells like Mexico. I blacked out a couple times in Mexico spring before, but we'll see. Honest taste here.
I'm glad we get to bring you back to that.
Oh, okay. You know what? I was worried. I was worried when I smelled it. It's good.
Better than it smells.
Yeah, better than it smells. I don't drink tequila. This is a sip drink for the entire podcast, I think.
Just because I knew that was coming, and I brought in the bottom quarter of a bottle, I got us covered for at least something for you to chase with.
What is it? What is this?
Didn't bring you your Guinness.
Oh, okay. There we go. Nice Canada Molson Canadian.
Yeah.
I gotta open this right now just in case this tequila gets too bad. Here,
We gotta come
listen
prepared.
to this. Sprayed that all over
All
the mic,
right.
I think.
So last week we covered off a lot. We said we'd come in more organized.
And you know
really
what?
didn't.
We are. No, we are. We got a list. We got a plan. We'll be just fine. So, we're drinking Teremana. We got to start. The Rock, Tech 9, new song, Face Off. What do you think?
I had to listen to it a couple times before I got into it. But then by the time I did, I was like, you know what? This will go on my gym playlist. I'm into it. I like it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a gym song for sure. It goes hard.
Yeah, it's a different step because I think the last song we heard from him was a Disney special. So,
but you know what? Not bad. What can I say except you're welcome?
Exactly.
Yeah. Good tune.
Subtle, yeah.
Good tune. Yeah, I like it. I think it honestly could have done without the Rocks a little bit at the end, but I understand it's his thing. I really like Tech 9 in this one. I don't listen to a lot of Tech 9.
Okay, this is sounding more traditional Tech 9 to me. I like it. From the stuff that I grew up on with him, he was my first gym playlist, and this kind of brings it home for me.
Yeah, I think 5 years later, I grew up without it. We didn't listen to Tech 9 in school. Didn't listen to it growing up. Kind of got into it in high school a little bit, but from what I've heard, I like it. Tech 9 goes hard. I think.
I want to know what you think though, because you've been following the Rock. You know what's happening. You know how he's been coming up. I don't know if he caught it, the whole music video. The song is going off. It's a small plug to Under Armour. And then The Rock at the end, finishing off, Face Off. Huge shout out straight to his new tequila here.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the marketing in this?
I mean, if you're going to plug something, you might as well do it right. I mean, he definitely hit all the sponsors. I think he's getting a good payday for this song, whether it hits or not. I mean, he's getting paid for it.
Fair enough. And like I said, I like the song. I know there's plenty of people out there that are going to be not so big on it. But The Rock uses his, like, I don't know what you call it, fame and power. It could have sucked worse and it would still be a banger. It'll be on some top charts sooner than later.
Oh, absolutely. Now, with The Rock moving into, music that's not Disney, he's kind of covering all the bases. I mean,
He is. I think he's got almost every demographic covered now.
yeah, I mean, football, wrestling. Apparently, an incredible actor. I didn't realize that until the Fast and Furious movies. I kind of want, you watch the other movies, you watch the Mummy. They're all right. They're bad, but he's okay. And I think coming into the Fast series, the Hobbs and Shaw series, I forgot how good an actor he was. He's unreal. I think, honestly, most recognizable person of my generation now.
Probably now. Have you seen Jungle Cruise?
Of course not. Sorry, a little backstory on that. I don't watch a whole lot of movies. I'm not sure if we covered that last week.
On a little bit of potential sarcasm covering up here. His Jungle Cruise and his Disney stuff. Same thing with his. I'm blanking on the name of the movie right now.
His
Moana,
Disney one? Moana.
yeah.
Yeah, Moana.
I think he's capable and he knows how to market himself there. That, like, when he puts out these huge box office hits, regardless of the A or C-lister style acting,
You watch your mouth.
he kills it either way. Like, I'm sure he walks into the studio and he's like, well, what's next? Because he can kind of do it all and he's showing it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, successful enough tequila brand. A very successful actor now in almost every movie.
Yeah.
No matter what.
I say, but that's the thing. Like, I know this tequila's coming out. It tastes good for me. Like, and it's a cheap bottle. I think in Canada, the more expensive of the two runs about $70.
Holy shit.
Well, it's better than a lot of others. Because, like, I
That's why I drink whiskey.
his the cheaper one, which is a white, comes in I think 45 Canadian.
Okay, so he does two.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Okay, so this is like the small batch, almost a gold, I guess.
And I know that he put this out in the States. Like, he's marketing to the big box stores. Like, he got Walmart to carry this. He's trying to get it out to his demographic. It's not like some specialty thing. He didn't want to price it at $500 a bottle.
No, yeah, this is like the working man's tequila,
Yeah.
right?
But I would be curious because I don't know. I haven't looked at it to see like how well his sales are doing. If you follow him on Instagram and stuff, like he bought out an old distillery or something or changed the brand, but they're handcrafting the copper stills and everything. It's like brick furnaces and they've just been expanding. So I'd be curious to know like how well he's hit the market now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it says, roasting in the brick oven, copper pot stills, oak barrel aging. Very minimal calories. Thank God for that. If you're ever going to want to look like that guy.
Do you look at The Rock? Like, yeah, he can't be drinking sugar. Come on.
2.5% body fat or something? Come on.
But I'd be curious to see the sales on this compared to, like, I don't know if you follow it at all, 818, Kendall Jenner's new tequila. She's the latest celebrity to put out a tequila.
Oh my God. We're going to have to get that. You know that, right? I don't know if we'll
I
be
haven't
able to
seen it
find
yet.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to find it in Canada, but somebody find some, send it up, please. So where does that leave us? That's our first taste of this tequila for me, at least. You like it.
I do, yeah.
Out of tequila, it's good. I mean, it's a lot smoother than like Julio, Patron. I find it smoother,
At
honestly.
least the cheaper ones.
Yeah, I mean, I've never gone to a bar and ordered an expensive shot of tequila. I usually order 15 of the cheapest ones they got.
Fair enough.
For tequilas, I don't know, probably honestly the best one I've ever had. I really haven't had any real tequilas, so I'll give it that. It's easily the best tequila I've ever had. Given that, would I ever sit down and drink another glass of it on an ice cube? Absolutely not. Never in my life.
But would we find this now in your alcohol cabinet for something mixed or for the wife or etc.? Or would you just cop out, go with the cheap stuff just for mix and call her good?
You know what? If I was having people over and I was like, I should probably get some tequila because everybody likes doing tequila shots in the middle of the night, I'd grab it. If I found it, I'd grab it.
Okay.
For whatever you said this was.
And then you have the flex. You can throw it on in the cabinet and be like, look, it's the Rock's tequila.
Yeah. I'd probably grab the cheaper bottle like you were saying, the silver or whatever it was, the other batch. I'll probably grab the cheaper one just because My friends don't appreciate good liquor, and I don't appreciate tequila. So
Fair enough.
I'll give it that. Best tequila I've ever had. I would get fucked up on it, but that's about it. So let's move away from that. We got interesting week in sports. Terrible week in sports for you mentally, I think.
Mentally, personally, yeah.
Yeah.
Fantasy league aside, like my team just took a hit.
Yeah. So Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. What do you have to say?
I think I just kissed my playoffs goodbye.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's anything else I can say about it.
I have no idea who the backup is for the Seahawks. And I don't know how long Russell's supposed to be out, like 6 to 8 weeks,
5
roughly?
to 6,
Oh,
last
5 to
I
6.
read.
Okay, 5 to 6. So, do the Seahawks just shut it down right now and just play for the lottery?
No, I don't think so, just because their D has come out strong. Again, I don't know much about their second, third string options or what they're going to be running either. I haven't been able to deep dive on my own team because I've been so focused on broadening everything else, NFL, hockey, all these fantasy leagues going on. Fantasy. So I wish them the best. Like, I hope they can pull it out. They still have their depth. Like, their line is good, so their QB should have time in the pocket. It's just like they built their team on Russell in the fact that, like, he knows what to do. If the line collapses, he doesn't hesitate. He scrambles out. He runs.
Yep, absolutely.
He can take a hit normally. Like this, like you've seen the clip. It wasn't like he got sacked hard. He went down. It was just like the fluke, crappiest end of throw catch on the guy.
Yeah,
it's like, oh my God.
Disgusting to watch. So, do they go 500? Are they going to be a winning team this season? Not winning as in playoff winning, but more wins than losses.
I hope so. I honestly can't say.
You don't think they go 0-6 without Russell?
No, I think they'll get a couple. I think DK has to keep his head cool and not get a bunch of penalties.
That guy's always good for at least negative 40 yards.
Exactly.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. And, I know you like these guys, but I say whether he's out 5 to 6 weeks or not, shut him down, give him the entire season, work on your young guys. Because you're not winning the Super Bowl with him coming off a month and a half or 2 month recovery.
All he needs to do, cinch down the wild card spot.
Oh, God.
Russell will drive them all the way back up to the last round.
Yeah, maybe, and then lose it. It won't matter.
I can guarantee they're not going to throw on the 1 yard.
I don't know if we can guarantee that. I don't know.
I hope they've learned their lessons. Otherwise, I might be hanging up a jersey.
So, other injuries across the league. Saquon Barkley, did you see that one?
I did not.
Kind of running after the play or not really involved in the play. Steps on a guy's foot, rolls his ankle, sprains his ankle, and it looked like it ballooned pretty bad within the 15 minutes it took to take a cleat off.
I do recall seeing a clip on Twitter now.
Yeah.
It got pretty swollen.
Yeah, and quickly. I guess word on the street is x-rays were negative. He should be okay. He's listed as questionable for this week.
I don't know. I'm tired of seeing that, though. Like, at least for us in our fantasy league, everyone's got big stars going up. It's like unsure of him. He's out for 1 to 2 weeks. Like, the injury plague right now is unreal.
Oh, yeah. I don't think anybody has all their starters from week 1 right now.
Nope. I'm down like 3 of them.
That's what you get for getting first pick overall.
Yeah. A lot of good that did me right now.
So, do you think injuries this year have been, I don't know, a lack of prep? Are guys taking it easy with everything going on in the world? Or do you think it's just fluke? McCaffrey, fluke. Saquon, fluke. Russell, fluke. What do you think?
Watching them, I think it's fluke. It's not like these guys have been like banging heads and getting injured down in huddles. So much of it's like one-off ankle slips. Russell's, again, like I'm going to say it, it's just like wrong place, wrong time.
Happened. Yep, should have never happened. I agree.
Very few are like he got destroyed on a punt return kind of thing and he's out. Like, the big hits aren't adding up. It's like little tweaks and tears here. Even a lot of the injuries, it's like muscle tears, weak ankles, weak knees. But it's not like they're on waivers or they're injured. It's like we're going to test it week to week now. And then it's like, oh, look, 2 hours before the game, he's not playing.
Yeah, big surprise
I'm
there.
sure all the fantasy guys out there are loving that.
Yeah, tough year for fantasy, I think. But you know what? I think it'll be interesting to see come end of season. I want everybody to lock in. 'Cause I think everybody's slow. I think everybody's slow coming back. That's why we're seeing rolled ankles. We're seeing bum knees.
I think we're seeing it like that where everyone comes off slow, but these big spread games, like these teams are just waking up. Like I'm starting to see some primetime playing and they take off with 2-3 touchdowns. Like that's when the point gap comes up. You watch Tom Brady do it a couple games. The Colts did it a few times too. Like they just kind of wake up and the points start going.
And I mean, the Browns did it, but they lost.
Yeah.
Set a record there. That was pretty cool. Most points, least turnovers in a loss, I think. That was, yeah, I mean, good for Baker. I mean, he's slinging, but
he is. But again, with that, like this year, from what I watched, I applaud the defense. Like you're seeing some awesome picks. You're seeing like probably more turnovers in regular play than you normally see. It seems
agree.
like the fight to get fourth down is like it's harder now, and you actually enjoy watching it. It's not like first
guys aren't playing for the
first.
punt.
Exactly.
Guys aren't playing for the punt right now, I don't think, and I love seeing that. There's nothing better than seeing somebody go 4-27 or 4th and 27 and going for it.
And I love seeing so much pressure on these field goal kickers.
It's a bad year to be a field goal kicker.
It freezes out in the midfield, so it's like you're not grinding for the touchdown. You're not going for the punt. It's like, hey, we have to get field goal, and it's like I hope they can make it.
Yeah. If you're within 60 yards, you better have a boot on you.
Multiple games won and lost this year already from the field goal.
Yeah, and we're, week 6 starting this week? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So, I don't know. Moving away from football, Tiger Woods shows up at Charlie's tournament, dressed, holding the golf club. I didn't see any clips, just saw a couple photos. One calf sleeve on his bum leg. What do you think?
I think he's going to win a major next year.
You know what? I agree. And I hope to God it's the Masters just because. just because that would be the storybook ending. You know, can't drive a car, but can sure drive a fairway.
Exactly. That's all he needs. You know what? I really have no qualms with the guy, but I hope he wins a green jacket and just retires. Calls it right there.
Yeah. You know, like Sunday night.
Yeah.
In the middle of the after party. You know what? I dealt with a lot. I'm hanging him up.
And I hope it's just like a tweet too. Nothing public. Just a
no
tweet.
press conference.
By the way, guys, I'm done.
Yeah, just gets Charlie to post it on TikTok. My dad retired. That's kind of it. Phil. One is what is this, third in the champion or the old person PGA? I don't even know the name of it.
Yeah, their fundraiser tournament more or less is what it was.
Yeah, but this is apparently his third win on the seniors tour.
He's having a hot year, though. It doesn't matter seniors or not.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't know what happened if COVID hit in. He's sitting at home flexing his calves and just was like, I need to play better this year.
Yeah, I'm just going to hit bombs and
he
win
went
games.
for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. When the PGA puts out a freaking edit about how you're hitting your bombs, like, it's going to be a good year.
Honestly, a banger song. What do you think? Any expectations for Phil next year? 51 or 52? However old he's turning, 51 or 52?
I don't know where he's at because I don't know why he's playing. Like if it's just for the joy of the game anymore, if he's trying to pad up some money before he's done. But I hope we see 5 years out of him. Like, because he could easily come off this high, go back into his midfield scoring like he did for honestly the last 5 years. So I hope one more really good season from him, but then I hope that he sticks around with the experience to like pass it on, because you see him in the warm-ups, they're at the driving range, he's talking, he's chatting with everyone, he's giving them tips
with the boys at the Ryder Cup.
Exactly. Like he's there to socialize, and by doing that he's giving all these green and young players experience. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
I love seeing that, and I hope that he sticks around with it. Regardless, I think he will be. Even if he calls it quits off the clubs, he'll be something golf. He won't just retire and he'll disappear. It won't happen.
No, I agree with you there. I just hope if he does continue to compete for the next, even 2 to 3 years, I'd like to see him at least competitive. I just want him to see, I want a little more give a cares from him. I don't want driver off the deck out of a bush.
Why not?
I don't want 3-wood from...
To the guy that's like, I wish John Daly would come back.
Look at that guy. He's a little different. He played golf, I think, to party, not even to win. Smoking cigarettes, getting drunk the night before. He didn't play. Well, he did play to win.
So why does it matter what Phil does?
Because I
let him
Phil's
have fun,
better.
regardless.
Because Phil is
what
better.
would Phil do? Probably something he shouldn't, but it's gonna look awesome.
Yeah, you're right. The highs are high, but you gotta admit, man, the lows are low.
I've watched him max out on a hole this year. I think he went 3 times into the creek, but you know what? It was worth it.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll call that worth it. I don't know. So Well, we'll move away from golf, I think. Not much going on in the world of golf.
Okay, I want to know, have you watched any hockey yet? October 12th, which was yesterday, was our season opener, regular season opener for all of hockey.
I watched part of the Pittsburgh-Tampa game.
And what's your first impression? I know they weren't in the bubble as much, but are you excited to watch regular hockey like this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm glad to have hockey back in Canada. I'm glad to have real hockey not in a bubble.
Yeah.
Because honestly, that was...
No more Northern Conference.
Terrible. Yeah. Hated that. But is it just me, or did the Lightning come out flat?
Yeah. Because, Pittsburgh came out hot, though.
Oh, yeah.
Crosby's missing. I watched the highlights on that game, and it's like, it was a midseason game. I didn't watch any of their preseason. I don't know how they were playing, but it was good hockey.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was great hockey, but I don't think you should win the cup and come into your first game and get slaughtered by a captainless Penguins team. Honestly.
Fair.
I mean, let's look at these goal scorers. You got Boyle, Bluger, Heenan, Rodriguez, Rust, Simon. I don't know how to pronounce that one. No Gino. Gino didn't play. No Crosby. He didn't play. I mean, Letang, 2 assists. It's kind of the only guy I recognize from 10 years ago. I guess you got Rust as well. But this is not a team that I think should have come in and blown out Cirelli, Stamkos, Killorn. It should have been a game. It shouldn't have been a 6-2
I think that's fair to say, but the grain of salt to this is it's your season opener.
Yeah, I agree. It's game 1. Now,
the only thing that impresses me is I believe they were playing in Tampa. So, that sucks to lose at home with that for your season opener.
Oh, yeah, you don't want that at all. Now, the other game last night, Kraken's first game ever. Did you even see the highlights?
I didn't see the highlights. I haven't watched it yet. I'm still cheering Kraken. Doesn't matter if they lost or not.
I like to see a competitive game with them and the Knights because I think the Knights are good. Vegas is a decent team. A 4-3 loss to the Knights.
Did you watch any footage?
No, I haven't.
Because I want to know then, the 2 new teams here, how it played out. Welcome to the league from the guys that just did it.
Yep. And these are a bunch of guys that have been playing together for 2 months, 3 months? When was the fantasy draft? 3 months ago?
Even if it's a bit longer, with COVID, they probably haven't been on the ice that long.
Yeah. I mean, you had guys that needed to leave from Canada, I'm sure.
And they took flack. Their preseason, their games were close, but they were playing a lot of their, call it starting roster against, to be fair, a lot of the NHL's farm team that they pull up for these preseason games.
I think you have to. You got to get chemistry with these guys.
Seeing the score from last night, it makes me happy. It was close at least. It wasn't a blowout. They hung in way better than the Lightning did.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, honestly. When a brand new team puts up a better fight, given it was the Knights, whatever. They're a decent team.
They're a cup winner in the last 3 years.
Yeah, fair enough. So I think to come in and compete opening night, you got to be happy with that. Win or lose, a competition game, you got to be happy with.
I agree with that. And again, not watching, we're going to have to watch some TSN highlights here, but the Rangers just got blown out by the Capitals tonight.
Oh, no, I didn't see that one.
That is a 5-1 score right now.
5-1?
Yep.
Oh, no, I got to see this. What happened? What happened here? Please tell me Ovi had 4.
That's what I was trying to look. It doesn't look like he had any if he was even playing.
2 goals, 2 assists. So Ovi lit it up.
He's not even... Oh, I'm on Rangers. That's why.
Kuznetsov, 3 assists. TJ Oshie, 1 and 1. Yeah, so the Capitals absolutely torched the Rangers. I don't expect the Rangers to be good this year. I mean, who do they have? Honestly.
That is a great question. Strome, yep.
Chris Kreider? What do you got here?
I'm scrolling and
I know. These are a bunch of guys that's okay, well, at least you're getting paid. You got Artemi Panarin.
You
I like
made
him.
it to the league.
Yeah. But I don't think they compete this year at all.
You know what? We're gonna have to wait and see. I can't make predictions off the freaking.
I'm making a prediction right now and saying the Islanders are now the best team in New York. Nobody likes hearing that in New York, but I got the Islanders over the Rangers right now. We haven't seen them play yet, but
That's
getting
bold.
blown out like that.
We'll see how that goes.
I don't know. Well, that was it for sports. Hey, we kind of
I say there. We'll sum it up there. We talked football.
yeah.
We talked hockey. We talked golf. We've signed up for this stupid fantasy draft coming out of the NBA coming up.
Yeah, we got the NBA fantasy draft coming on Sunday.
Not very excited for this. I
You
took
know-
the invite.
Yeah.
Looked it up. I'm like, okay, I think I know 3 players in the NBA. Don't know what positions they play. Have no idea how to fill out a roster. This is going to be rough. I'm just going by big names. Doesn't matter what their year's points were or not.
And you know what? that's all I expected from you.
Yeah.
You got who are the 3 guys? You got
You got to know LeBron.
Oh, of course.
I know Harden.
Yep.
And then Steph Curry.
And you know what? If you can get either of the 3 on your team, you'll have an all right week most weeks.
There we go. We're good to go.
Now, one guy I want to touch on. You're not going to know the whole story, so I'm going to give you a little backstory on him. Lakers just signed this year Russell Westbrook. You know him? Anything about him?
No.
Okay. I'll get you some accolades first. I'm going to get you just a little backstory on this guy, and then I'm going to explain to you his preseason going on here. So, Russell Westbrook, MVP, how many years ago was that? Oh, God, it doesn't even say. Oh, there we go. NBA Most Valuable Player in 2017, scoring leader in 2015 and 2017, 9-time All-NBA, 9-time All-Star.
So he knows how to put a ball in a hoop.
Yeah, right? That's kind of what I'm getting at. The second guy ever to average a triple-double in a whole season. Did it twice.
Okay.
So, great. Well, good point guard. I won't say great after the start he's having. So, guy starts playing alongside LeBron. You'd think, he could probably do all right.
Was this a power move from LeBron? Did he recruit him into this?
I think LeBron recruited everybody.
That's
this
what
year.
I mean. Yeah, building this team. So
He got Melo, he got Westbrook. These are guys you don't know, but anybody who watches basketball knows it. But Westbrook, I think, 10 turnovers in the first 2 preseason games. And it's preseason. He only played like half the game.
yeah.
10 turnovers, missing shots all over. I think,
So where did he play last year?
oh God, I don't even remember. He's been traded like 4 times since.
So is that what it is? He hasn't found kind of his spot yet, you think? Like, what do you project his season to look like then?
I hope they get rid of him. Oh my God. He is an absolutely great number 1 guy, I think. Oh, he played on Washington last year. Sorry. Played on Washington. I think he's a great number 1 guy. First option, he's the guy you want to have the ball in your hand. But I think he doesn't want to play in a shadow. I mean, he did numerous years ago. He played with Kevin Durant. They made the finals. Conveniently lost to LeBron.
Okay.
I'm sure that was a little sour taste when he moved over, but I don't think he fits. I think he's the guy that needs the ball, but LeBron's the guy that needs the ball. Carmelo Anthony, a different guy they signed. He likes shooting the ball, and they still got a top 3, I'd say, power forward, Anthony Davis, great young player.
I say, correct me if I'm wrong, though, because like I said, I don't know. Isn't LeBron kind of been making a name for himself with building this team that he doesn't want the ball as much? Because haven't his points been dwindling now that he's passing more? His assists have gone way up?
I mean, kind of. I think he still averages like mid-20 point a game.
Oh, okay.
Even as second option last year, I'd say he'll probably be second or third option again this year. He's a guy that I think is always going to score 20 points. That's kind of what he does.
So we're tied in. We got the NFL. We got the NHL. We're all excited for that draft. We just started. Can you say then you're excited for the NBA this year?
I am extremely excited for the NBA this year. I think coming back into the bubble for the playoffs 2 years ago was atrocious. I hated that. Toronto not playing at home at all, or not being allowed to play because of the border crossing, whatever.
Yeah.
Hated that. They're the only thing we got in Canada for basketball. I don't love them. Big Houston Rockets guy. But I like seeing at least a little bit of home spirit in Canada.
Yeah.
And there's been none of that.
I don't think I've ever seen you golf in any Raptors attire, so.
I will never be golfing in any Raptors attire. I don't think I own any. I'll be honest. I own a Larry Bird Celtics jersey. I own a Devin Booker Phoenix jersey. Love that guy. And I no longer have any Rockets merch because Harden left, and I hate him for it. But that's okay. You know what? We
Okay.
move on from that. Everybody gets a sour taste when their favorite player leaves their favorite
I
team.
sense some hurt feelings
Yeah,
there.
you
Yeah.
know, whatever. We'll touch on that when I hope to God he gets traded. So that's probably it for sports. I think we got a lot coming up. Hockey starting for us for fantasy.
Yeah.
Basketball starting for you for fantasy.
I know this will be a learning curve.
And fantasy football is just
My only
it's taking
goal
a
is
dive.
not to come out of this season being. I want to learn more than I know now. Like I don't want to ride this fantasy, come out like it happened, or be the guy that just like holds on to players to say "f you" to everyone else, kind of thing. I'm gonna give it an honest attempt here.
We got a small league too, so I think you'll be able to get at least 2 or 3 of the top 30 players in the league.
Perfect.
And I think that's all we'll really need. It'll be competitive.
Alrighty, what are we moving into then?
I think we move into games, right? We got some video games coming. Got some we're still playing. Some we can't play because servers have been down, but that's okay.
Would you like to put a title to that?
I mean, it's great to see a 20-year-old game come back to life, but maybe upgrade from the 20-year-old servers.
Just for anyone living under the rock, he's talking about Diablo 2, the game that he hyped up so much in last week's episode. But after texting him a couple times after work, it's like, what you doing? He's like, well, I wish I was playing D2, but I can't.
You know, Thanksgiving long weekend in Canada right now, I think 4 out of 4 days or 5 out of 5 days, D2 was down with server issues. Like every day, at least an hour, Blizzard tweets every day, 2 or 3 times a day.
So I'd just like to throw this out there that New World had no interruptions.
New World had enough interruptions at launch.
You're right, but they fixed their stuff.
Well,
and
you
they're good
know,
to go.
I'm hoping after this weekend, maybe Blizzard spends a little bit of money. You know, maybe, I understand. Maybe it's your first game. You know, big game. It's definitely not like you've had WoW
But it's a
out for
legacy game.
years.
They brought it back for people to be like, enjoy this, enjoy your memories.
And I wish I
but
could.
it's not a AAA title release.
I don't care. I just want to be able to play it. I'm not here to sit on my single player character and dilly dally.
We'll see Diablo 4 by 2026 at this rate.
I think that's a little early. I think that's very early. So, you touched on New World a little bit there. Been playing this week?
Not as much as I wanted to. I've been hunting. I worked a little bit prior to this and then Thanksgiving and everything.
Yeah,
I
busy
woke
weekend.
up today. I managed to get probably 4 hours into it. I finally today I hit level 30. So
halfway there.
I'm halfway.
Nice.
And I'm still interested enough. Like even with the downtime, it wasn't coming back to it being like, oh, do I really want to play this? It's
Yeah,
like, okay, sweet,
are you
I'm-
behind?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I made some time and I was still eager to sit down and go. So that makes me happy that it's not like slipping to the back of my mind already. Like, you know, a lot of games too.
Yep.
I'm going to bring this up right now. We won't touch much on Battlefield for the same
you know
reason.
what? I'd like to, actually.
'Cause
I'd like to.
From what we said last time, I gave it another attempt like New World. I sat down skeptical.
Yep.
It's like, do I want to play this? Yeah, okay. It's the open beta. I get it. I want to. We're going to put more time into it. I think I played 2 full games,
Okay.
which probably ran close to an hour, if not longer for me.
Yeah.
And by the end of it,
think-
I was just, I'm done. I uninstalled.
Really?
I didn't, like, I still have the pre-order, but I uninstalled the beta. I was just finished. I was like, I hope this comes out polished.
Oh, man. I came back to it after all the junk I talked last week about having the worst time ever and nothing working for me. I came back. I was honestly fairly drunk when I came back. I had a couple drinks with the wife, whatever, sat down and played some video games when she went to bed. I loved it. I had the most fun I had this entire open beta. I played probably 4 games.
I'm going to make you a guarantee then. When this drops on release, I will drop off a fresh bottle of Teremana at your house.
Thank you. Perfect.
And you can just sink in.
Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, full-blown alcoholism just to get through a Battlefield game. But you know what? I liked it. I hate the helicopters. I hate the tanks. But the gunplay still feels like Battlefield gunplay, and I like it.
I agree. You can't deny the game feels like it. But I think just with 2 big titles coming out, and it could be different since they've pushed their date again.
2
November
massive titles.
11th, I think. In the meantime, I'll commit all my time to New World. I'll probably still attempt it when it comes out. And it'll just be, because by then I hope to be in the end game stuff.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Farming, raiding, dungeoning, whatever with New World. I'll come back to Battlefield and see if it's worth it.
We may never play it again.
Exactly.
We got Halo coming.
And Halo's coming. And when we're going to touch on it, Forza's coming, like as just a side game to plug time into.
Oh,
so there's going to be a lot of competition there.
And you know what? If Vanguard comes out with at a less than $80 price tag, I'm still going to buy it.
Really?
I was watching some more gameplay, couple of content creators I was watching. It looks good. It's running on the Modern Warfare Warzone engine.
Oh, that's awful.
No. Like
So cheaters, just get ready.
hey, big news from them, actually. They just installed an anti-cheat. Or they announced an anti-cheat. It's called Ricochet, I believe. There will be an anti-cheat in Warzone now.
We'll see how well that works. It's taken, 4 years?
Yeah, well, you know, they struggle. Small company.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't put everything on Activision like that.
Well, maybe they should just go tap Jeff Bezos on the shoulder.
Yeah, because that guy knows how to do things about as well as Blizzard, I think. But you know what? I liked, before Warzone came out, there was that period with Modern Warfare or whatever. They just called it Modern Warfare.
The only period I have from then was Fortnite. That's all it was.
Oh, God. You know what? I'm over it. We're not even talking about it. What do you like about Halo coming out?
Nothing big and showy about like everything they've released. I'm just excited that it looks like they went back to classic Halo. They're so-called promising that it's going to feel like
it looks like
try-hard
ODST.
Halo.
It looks like ODST to me.
That's what I mean. It looks across from. It doesn't look as much like Reach, but you go ODST down into Halo 3, a little bit of Halo 2, and if it even gets a fraction of that feel, I'm all in.
Oh yeah, 100%. I will.
That's where I spent so much time, and if it comes close, if the matchmaking rank system is similar, even the social, like if they do the ranked and social Slayer,
Yeah.
and it works similarly,
Yep.
I'm all in. No
100%.
questions asked.
The only thing I think I hate is the grapple hook, I believe it is.
Yeah.
That looks stupid as hell.
Yeah, but every game's got to have something like that. You can't win them all.
No, it doesn't.
And you know what? If they bring back on some double EXP weekends, some Griffball, I'll probably sell the rest of my consoles and everything and just commit to Halo.
You know what? I like Griffball as well, but I think as soon as I see the Titanfall players grapple hooking around everywhere in Halo, it's going to put a bad taste in my mouth. I'm ready to commit the time. I just hope it's not as gimmicky and stupid as it looks for the grapple hook, at least. Everything else, I really like the look of.
True, and I hope that they're trying to field a little bit more to the competitive gamers again and not...
Yeah.
broaden
Halo 3
demographics.
comp was comp.
Yeah, and we're missing that right now. You have some games that are hitting on it that always have been, but there's not something that you turn on YouTube or Twitch anymore, and it's the competitive scene. It's kind of faded. You got your Call of Duty, you've got your League,
Just
you've got
Warzone.
your Dota, you've got Valorant.
And we got to touch on League. I got a little thing I want to bring up on that in a second. Keep going, though.
But I'm saying, like, there's no world stage on one game right now, and I hope that with all this new stuff coming out, we get a more focused esport appearance.
Yes.
Because there's nothing I've been excited. Like, I used to be a big League player. I used to look forward to Worlds and stuff like that. I would make an effort to watch it all. My buddies at the time, we were all pumped for it.
Yep.
And a few years back, League was a way more relevant game, I think, in everyone's household. And it was awesome to have something like that. Same thing when Call of Duty went through it. That's when you've seen everyone kind of like Aiden and get their big upcoming. It was from the competitive. Even Fortnite did it prior to Ninja, but like the competitive tryhard when everyone tried that.
Yep.
And it just seems that the esports scene on it right now is lacking, and we're too much into the content creators.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'd like to see that switch back.
Yes, I agree. I think with guys like you got your ex-pros or current pros doing both right now. Like you got Scump, big content creator, I guess streamer right now, still playing CDL, still competing. I think he's kind of helping bring back the competitive side, like he did his whole series with Dylan Envoy. Like he's trying to make comp games relevant again.
Yeah.
I think Nadeshot.
But how do you do that with something like Valorant? That is like
You don't
smashing your
unfortunately.
head against the wall or watching paint dry. It's,
Oh yeah.
There's nothing enjoyable about
I
it.
love playing the game. I can't watch it, man.
The only fun thing I see is you get these really tryhards that, to be fair, like way more talented than I could dream of, awesome at the game, and they get like flicked on. And
Love that.
They want to flip their desk.
Nothing better than seeing
Instant
somebody
accusing cheaters. This for a game that is known for like probably the strictest anti-cheat. They're like, nope, garbage, couldn't have happened, never ever.
Yeah. Strict anti-cheat for sure. But I think comp and world games and esports are coming back. Nadeshot owning 100 Thieves is doing a good job of making that stuff fun, making that stuff popular. I think Optic has always kind of done it the right way with Scump and those guys. And maybe not treating their guys well every time, but they're making it fun and they're making it look fun at least.
I see. Now that you're talking on that and teams and stuff, I just want to segue into the new ownership of some teams, the new partnerships.
Just say you're talking about Tim. It's okay to say that.
It's not even that. I'm talking about the content creator. I've been making an effort to watch some streams again, watch just some content, YouTube, Instagram, stuff like that from Tim, Nick, Courage, Doc. I'll be fair. It's all the big names. No one really off the beaten path.
Yep.
And I haven't been enjoying it.
No.
I was a big Tim fan up until his recent contracts, the stuff with football and the NFL and the Bud Light. And like watching him at home in his content now, it's just like he spends half the time texting on his fucking phone, and he's just like he's not interested in
or
gaming
watching
anymore.
other guys play.
That's what I mean.
Oh, it's terrible. I agree. I mean, I understand he's doing the right business moves for him and his family and whatever. Sign with or buying Complexity, I guess, part of it.
Yeah,
great deal. Sponsored with Bud Light, great deal. Sponsored with, well, not sponsored, but working with the Cowboys and the NFL all the time, great deal. It's not Tim from even 2 years ago, though.
It's not. And seeing all these guys with their business moves, like, I hope that they kind of commit to that and we see them as more influencers, not content creators. Yeah. Just because I think it's taking away from the games.
We need new blood.
We do.
We need new blood.
We need new blood on that level, but that's interested still in playing games. Yep. Not on. It sounds bad, but you want to wake up in your bedroom, walk your 2 feet to your PC, and just game your day away.
Yep.
Rather than these guys that are fielding $1 million text messages from negotiations going on with side stuff. Like, I applaud them for that.
Oh yeah, they're doing good stuff personally.
I don't like the distance from being a gamer anymore.
Yeah,
it takes away from the viewing experience to me.
I'll agree with that.
And mainly because, and I don't fault them for it, I wouldn't do it either. You don't get to follow them outside of the gaming stuff because no one wants to put their finances or business deals public. So you don't know what they're doing. You're just like, you're sitting there on your computer. Oh, it's been 2 days since someone was online. Like, wonder what he's doing.
Yep.
You don't have that insight anymore that you get from watching these daily streamers.
Now, you brought it up a little bit. I said I wanted to touch on it with League. No more text chat, anything at all.
What?
Yeah. You are not allowed to type anything to your team, to the enemy team, nothing.
How does that work?
I have no idea.
I'm going to have to update and give this a try.
Yeah.
Do they still have their voice chat?
I don't know.
They implemented that.
I believe so. I didn't quite read enough about it, but I know text chat's gone. It's supposed to try to end like the negativity.
Yes, from the happiest go lucky community out there.
Exactly my thought. So does it help or harm the game?
I think socially and casually it helps the game. You know me. I'm an antisocial gamer even.
Yep.
I don't like to get involved in that. In League, I was very competitive for a long time and I got sucked into that and I was toxic. And then when I came back to have fun in it, I honestly started off most games with a /mute all.
Ooh. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. For me, it wouldn't hurt my game at all. The only place I see that hurting is people that are actually trying to climb the ranks ladder. Like, you need that level of communication. And I know they have a ping system that's probably still in place that fills in a lot of that.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be missed competitively. But from outside looking in, I think that's overall a better move for the entire gaming community.
I agree. Not that I would ever condone online bullying. I would never do that. But, I mean, if you got a guy throwing or maybe he's been boosted by a friend, I mean, you got to let him know that he's trash, right?
Yeah, but that's the downside is when that happens, even if you don't know him, he's with someone else, or then the rest of your team gets drugged down. Like, toxicity in games is cancer. It's so bad.
But it never used to be that bad. It used to be running
because no one could talk like that.
No.
You go back to an N64, early PC days, there was barely text chat. No one could type back then.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Modern Warfare 2 voice chat lobbies. You want to learn new curse words as a 12-year-old? That was the place to do it. And you know what? That game thrived. People loved it. People loved playing it, and people loved the banter.
Yeah, but that's still relevant in Warzone. People live for hot mics and stuff like that. But I think that's better. You get a 10, even if they changed a 15, 20-second clip. If I never have to talk to them or hear from them again, I'm not going to sulk in it and get so mad.
I'm the complete opposite. If I hear somebody talking mad garbage about me because I killed them, I want to let them know that it's because I'm better. I have to let them know that.
But you've never done that, right?
No, never. I would never condone that. It's unprofessional, and I'm super glad that League has taken the first step to combat that, I guess.
I'm intrigued. I will update and give it a try. I want to see how that works. I'm probably low rank now, but I'll jump into the rank queues just to see that too. I'm really interested because if that becomes a habit, it depends though, because a lot of other games are going away from text chat and they're pushing more into voice.
I wish that was true, but I still I can hop in a game of CS:GO and it's like, okay, sweet, me and one other guy have a mic. I can hop in a game of Valorant. I'm the only guy with a mic.
Seems like everyone on Warzone has a mic.
I hate that game. I'm gonna put it out
there.
We're
gonna leave this for a specialty episode one day. Maybe the Christmas
game.
Merry ho ho to all, and it'll just be a hour-long shit talk on Warzone.
I just hate it. I'm gonna leave it at that tonight. I agree. Whatever. Yes, they have mics. I'll give them that. Great, lovely. Not my game. Can't handle it.
Okay, we're gonna give this a try. We'll touch back on toxicity in the gameplay, but let's move on to something
never
fun.
approve of it. I never approve of it. Just want to make that clear.
What are you most excited for in Forza 5? Forza Horizon 5,
yes.
Just to clear that up.
You know what? I haven't seen a whole lot. I don't even know where that's supposed to be set this year.
Mexico.
Okay. I imagine it's going to look a lot like the one they did in Australia. Horizon 3, I think that was.
Yeah.
I think it's going to look a lot like that. It's going to be your desert. It's going to be your big populated cities.
Finally coming out with PC optimization.
Thank God. I mean, this is my first year with a PC, but I could not imagine playing that game on like 57 FPS on my 6900 XT because, it's the same as New World. Nobody can optimize a game anymore. I'm going to leave that at that. But I think the cars look really good. The new C8, I think, looks great.
I'm glad you brought that up because I'm going to ask you the same thing, but that's my first full build car. I think it should be affordable. I'm going to commit a lot of time to ranking up with a C8.
I think you're going to be absolutely disgusted in yourself when you get blown by a Hennessy or a McLaren or...
No. That's not a hypercar.
I know, but you're
It's
still
not
going to
even
be...
a supercar.
Yes, it is. It's mid-engine.
So?
That's like the only requirement, I think. You're still going to be racing those guys in those cars. You're still going to have, anytime you step in an online game, it's going to be 7 other guys in Ferrari 488s.
There's still a rank system.
And you're not going to climb it driving a C8, is my point. Now, with this, racing sim, what do you think? I think it'll look really good. I don't think it's a VR racing sim game.
I don't either. My biggest concern now, after we've talked about it, is setting up into something like a race sim. And we're both notorious for this, is we can do it affordably to start off.
But you don't.
But then you look at the reviews and you really dive into the hardware end of it and you're like, why?
Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Yeah, you know, the $120 Steel Series steering wheel is probably great. Well, it's probably good. But the $400 Logitech G...
But not even that, even at that line, because it's like Logitech, I think, is our entry level, and it's not cheap. It's $350, I think, new without a shifter, Canadian.
Yeah, I think you're $500 for wheel, pedals, and shifter. Canadian. I think said and done with taxes.
I don't think the shifter was included, but either way.
No. I'm saying if you bought it as well.
Okay.
You're probably $500 all
yes,
said and done.
I agree with that. And the downside to that is you'll get it, and I'm sure for the sake of driving that and racing, it'll be fun. But then you talk to two people like us that enjoy real life vehicles, cars. We've had some fun experiences. We know what it's like to drive hard.
Always drive safe and responsibly.
Exactly. Don't ever do it on public roads.
Never. Private roads only.
But that's my point. Is that going to tide it over when you know, and it's only through reading, I haven't tried it all, but you can spend 7, 8, 9 up to that $1,000 mark and get a much, much more authentic feel. Where do you draw that line? Because it's at the same point. We don't have the hardware for the wheel setup, and I'd love to do that. But then getting into it, I still game on a high hertz FPS shooting monitor where I'm like, everyone in the sim swears by these wide monitors. Do I have to upgrade now to go to a freaking 39-inch wide 4K monitor to get this experience? Because trust me, we've talked about it. We both want these sims. Yep. I just don't know if I'm ready to spend $1,500, $2,000 to get into it.
Yeah, I know if I get the wheel and pedals, it's gonna be great, and I'm gonna hate my life because
that's a slippery slope.
I know, because if I get that, I'm gonna hate it because I'm gonna be sitting in my DX Racer gaming chair, sitting straight up at a 27-inch monitor that's 2 feet away from me.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna say, this is great, but it'd be a lot better in a Corbeau or a Bride seat, fully reclined with a 49-inch Samsung Odyssey curved ultra wide in front of me.
G9, whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is, with a $2,000 monitor. It's going to be way better.
Because that's what worries me is, and I'll preach this any day of the week, that if you enjoy something, spend money on it. But we've already touched on the fact that like we enjoy it. I just don't know if I want to commit to it. I'm going to leave this for another episode, but I have a whole PC build coming up. I don't know if I want to tack that on it right now.
Yeah, I don't know if I could justify a race sim for Forza. If we were racing game guys, Assetto Corsa was big a couple years ago.
Cars 3 or whatever.
Yeah, Gran Turismo was good. If I played those consistently, I'd say yes, absolutely, I would have pulled the trigger. Being just, honestly, the only racing game I play is Forza and a little Need for Speed.
I'm just throwing this out there. We're going to come from this racing sim, give it a few years, we'll be into our 30s with a kid or something, and be like, how many project cars do you have in the garage?
Yeah.
Because I'm a firm believer that that's what drives you to
I think I will only have as many as my wife will stay married to me for. So, she knows about 2 and I have 4, not a big deal. They just kind of rotate between my house and my dad's house, whatever.
There you go. Yeah, you got a system. He's already planning.
Yeah,
folks.
I mean, with that kind of stuff, as long as the bills are paid at the end of the month, who cares,
You still got to afford your golf pass.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I could probably golf out of the backseat of a Project Camaro, I'd imagine.
So you're going to be hiding your clubs, sleeping on the back seat.
Oh, yeah, I'll have to be sleeping in there if she finds out about everything that I'm spending money on in 10 years. So, you want it. I want it. I think Forza on controller is cool. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to try it on controller first.
I will too, but it's about saying the same thing as like Flight Sim's fun on the controller too. Guess what? It ends pretty much at that.
Yeah. I like Flight Sim. It's cool. It's neat. It's not something that I'm going to sit down and be like, I want to play.
Yeah.
Forza, when Forza Horizon 3 came out, I didn't play anything else.
Okay.
I put so many hours into it.
And I got to Forza 4 late, but it's the same thing. Once I invested, I buried into it.
I did not play Horizon 4. I just didn't. I don't know why. I don't even have an excuse. I loved 3. I just forgot about 4, I think.
Oh, okay.
But I don't have an answer. But I'm excited. If I get the wheel, great. Christmas is in 3 months. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Even a wheel, wheel and pedals. I don't need the shifter. I don't need the seat. I'd like the seat. Don't need it.
Same thing. And I know you have the same issue as me. Like when you get into the seat, I think it would be a lot of fun. You kind of have to set aside stuff to a standalone rig. Like you want your own monitor for it then.
Yeah. And where do you put it?
And that's the thing. It's the space.
Oh, like I can't use 8 square feet of real estate just for a seat and a monitor.
Well, not without your wife shooting you.
Oh, God. I would have to sell a couch in the back room, and then she'd go in there one day to hang out with me a little bit, and she'd be like, what the fuck happened?
Exactly. I think you should try setting it up in like her little walk-on closet there.
Oh, that's a really, you know what? There is extra space in her walk-in.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, you're right. I should just run an HDMI cord through the floor.
Yep.
I'll just set everything up over there.
And one day you'll just walk in and it'll be buried in clothes.
Or it'll be on fire. I wouldn't put it past her, honestly. But, I mean, I think we're wrapping up.
Yeah.
Unless we got anything, you got anything you want?
No, I just want to touch base on the fact I'm still milking mine a little bit because I'm enjoying it. But
Oh, yes.
So we're 55. We're calling it an hour into this drink, though. What did you think of the Teremana by the end?
You know what? I'll never drink it again. Okay, wrong answer. I will never drink it on ice cube as a classy drink again.
Fair enough.
I will absolutely pour it in a couple shot glasses, have 5 or 6 of them, and then probably taste them again later in the morning when I throw it all up. But
Okay, yeah, I won't judge you for that.
I could easily black out on it. I like it.
It goes down smooth enough, right?
Yeah, it's something you could easily shoot. No salt, no lime.
Yes.
And just party.
So into that, are we going to find the Rock song and Tech 9 Face Off on your gym playlist following this? Are you going to listen to it 1 hour from now before our hockey game?
Yeah, you know what? I'll probably get it. I'll probably put it on in the truck on the way down there. I'll probably bang it. It'll go hard.
Okay.
You know what? It's something that'll get you in the mood. I like the song. I don't know if he should continue to make music, The Rock. You know?
I think he should try. I'd like to see another avenue. Like, if he comes out featuring Taylor Swift, I'm going to listen to it.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
However, if he comes out featuring John Bon Jovi, I will not.
I'm in.
Oh, no.
It could be NSYNC. It could be Miley. It could be anyone. I'll listen.
I'll listen to it on the podcast.
I
when we
hope he
talk about it. That's
expands
about
some
it.
avenues here.
So that's it. I think that's it for this week. I think we're going to be pretty consistent, hoping to get everything out every Sunday at least, at the latest, ideally.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still getting new. I think we hit double-digit views on the first episode already.
We did. I think we did.
When it's only
We're into our 20s now between 2 platforms. You can find us, by the way.
Oh yeah,
on
YouTube and
Spotify.
Spotify
And YouTube. Just look up The Hard Stuff.
Yeah, on YouTube it is hard to find because apparently there's a couple songs called Hard Stuff.
Oh, fair enough.
So make sure you know The Hard Stuff, episode 1, episode 2, podcast. Make sure you hit all the tags. It'll come up eventually.
So far, our main platform, too, is Twitter. Hit us up on there.
Yep. Yeah, we are on Twitter at Hard Stuff Pod, I believe.
Yep.
I gotta double check that. Is that correct?
That is.
Okay, yeah. So there we go. At Hard Stuff Pod. We got a logo. I put at least 45 minutes into designing that. That looked good.
Yeah.
I love that.
You guys can't witness our cable management here, but we're slowly getting more and more prepared for everything that is involved with this. We're having fun with it.
You know what?
though.
Every week I think it's going to be more official.
Exactly. I have no idea what's on the list next year for some liquor, but we'll make sure it's a good one.
You know what? I got a little idea for next week. It's my turn next week.
Okay.
I'm going to get something, I think, in the middle. I think, you know what? We could both appreciate it. It's kind of, it's a Canadian thing.
Okay.
I'll give you a couple hints on it. I want to try it. I haven't tried it yet. Canadian thing, made by a beautiful looking man. You got to be picking up on it soon, right?
I'm not there yet.
It's a white liquor, or clear, I guess. Beautiful looking Canadian man.
No, I'm gone.
I'm going to leave it at that.
Okay.
You know, I'll give you one more.
No, let me just think about it over the
Okay,
thing.
okay.
You might get a text, and we'll throw it up if I get it right.
Yeah, we'll talk
I'll
about
take some guesses here.
It'll come to in hockey in 2 hours. We're
Yeah.
sitting on the bench. You're like, son of a bitch, I knew it. So there we are, guys. We're wrapping up episode 2. Hoping to come out every Sunday. Hit us up, Twitter. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify.
Just remember, the next time you're in the liquor store, grab some Teremana. You'll thank us for it later.
I mean, honestly, grab the bare face from last week. I'm still not sold on the Teremana.
Okay, well, there you go. Thanks for listening to The Hard Stuff.
Peace out, guys.